Hello everyone, I am Bhavik Kataria. Welcome to the channel Wild 2. I hope everyone is doing good. People who haven't subscribed the channel, please subscribe the channel and do not forget to press the bell icon so that you don't miss any updates. Also share it with your friends so that they can also learn and grow. So let's have a technical dose for next 10 to 15 minutes in which we'll be learning 10 basic commands of the bash script which we use in Windows. The first question that arises is why to learn these commands? Why we should do these simple operations we can do using mouse by right clicking on the applications. So the answer is it is for the user that has the privilege to use the mouse and perform those operations. Suppose computer wants to perform these things. So the computer does not have that privilege of the mouse. So for that thing we need to tell the computer to do a certain task in the form of commands. Suppose we want to tell the computer to create a directory. So we need to tell the computer in the form of command mkdir and then give the directory name. So computer will understand that command and it will create that directory, which we usually create by right clicking on the folder and new and then folder. So in that way this bash script is very important in the domain of application and software development. Let's get started. The first command that we'll learn is using which we can create a directory. So the command is mkdir and then you have to give the directory name that you want. Suppose you give your demo. If you go to the desktop now, you can see here demo directory has been created. The next command is using which we can traverse in between the directories. Suppose we have created demo directory on the desktop, as you can see here, this one. So if you want to enter that directory, so we'll be using cd command, cd and then the directory that we want to enter, demo. So now as you can see here, we have entered demo here. So suppose we want to exit this directory, we'll do cd and 2 dots. It means it will go one step back. Now it is out of the demo directories. If you do cd 2 times dot, this thing, it means it has gone 2 steps back. It has skipped desktop and Dell. So now we'll do this again, cd Dell and demo. Sorry, this was the mistake. Desktop. Yeah. So in this way, cd command can be used to traverse in between the directory. In order to demonstrate tree command, we'll first create sample directories here using command mkdir and traverse it using cd command. So let us create the directories first. mkdir dir 1 2 3. We'll go to directory 1 using command cd 1. We'll command directory here. We'll come back one step. We'll go to second directory 2. We'll create directory here also, 2.1. We'll come back. So the command that we'll be learning here is tree. So what it will do is it will show the tree diagram of the demo directory. If we trigger this tree command here, it will give us like this. See, we had created directory 1 and 2 here and 2.1 inside directory 2 and nothing inside directory 3. So in this way you can visualize the directory. So the next command that we'll be learning is it will help us in listing the contents in the directory where we trigger that command. Suppose we trigger command dir here. See, it has listed all this content of the demo directory. dir1, dir2 and dir3. Suppose we go to dir2 using cd command, dir2, and if we trigger dir command here, what it will do is it will show the contents. It will show a directory with name 21 that we had created in past, dir3. It has given us this content of directory 2. In this way, the dir command can be used to list the contents of the directories. So the next command that we'll be learning is using which we can copy file from one location to another. Suppose this was the directory that we had created. There is this sample31 text file in directory 3. Suppose we want to copy it to directory 2. So how we should copy it using command line? We will see that. We'll first go to directory 3. We'll see whether this file exists here. Yes, we have this sample31.txt. Then the command is copy, C-O-P-Y, copy. Then we have to put it source. Source is sample31.txt. Then is the destination. So destination we can get it from here. Suppose we want to copy it in 21 directory here. So destination we can get from here. We'll copy this path. We'll paste it here and we'll enter. So if you see now, there is this sample31 text file present in this directory. So in this way, we can copy file from one location to another using copy command. Next command we'll be learning is using which we can rename a file using command line. We'll first go to directory 3 where we have this text file which we can use it for renaming. Yeah, we'll check it whether the file exists. Yes, there is this file sample31.txt. So the command is rename, R-E-N-A-M-E, rename, then the name which is currently used, it is sample31.txt. Then we have to give the new name that we want. Suppose we want sample32.txt. We'll first check it here. Here currently it is sample31. So after triggering this command, if we check here, it has changed to sample32. So in this way, we can use rename to rename a file. We'll see one more example, cd directory 2 here, then cd21. We have files here. Yes, we have this sample21 file. We'll first check it here also. What is the name? Directory 2. Sample21. Now if we rename this file, rename sample21.txt to while true.txt. If we check here, it has changed to while true. There was spelling error, so see, there is a spelling error here. So I'll need to rename this. Rename it using rename command, rename while true.txt to while true.txt. So as you can see here, the spelling has been corrected. So in this way, rename command can be used if you want to rename a file from command line. Next command we'll be learning is using which we can move file from one location to another. Previously what we learned was we used to copy file from one location to another. This command will move. It means previous one used to do copy paste and this one will do cut paste. We'll go to directory 2 to access the files. Directory 2, there we have directory 21, cd21. There we have this files. Suppose we want while true.txt in directory 1. So we'll do move while true.txt, and then this is the source, and then we need to enter the destination. Destination we can get it from your demo directory inside directory 1. So this can be our destination. Control C. There are only two current directories present here currently. There is no text file here. We'll copy this location. We'll paste it here. So after triggering this command, this while true.txt has been moved from directory 221 to directory 1. We'll check it here. See, we have got while true file here, and at the same time this file has been cut from here. So in this way we can use move command if you want to cut paste files from command line. So the next command that we'll be learning is using which we can delete files from the location, any location where we trigger this command. The command is del. We'll check here first. Inside directory 3 we have sample32. Suppose we want to delete it from command line. We'll go to directory 3. We'll see whether that file exists. Yes, we have this sample32.txt. We'll delete it using del command, del, then name of the file, delete. Now we check the, see, we don't have any files here. We'll check here also. We don't have any files inside directory 3. It means the file has been deleted using the command del. We'll try once again with other file, cd dir 2, then we have cd21. Here we have files sample31.txt. Suppose I want to delete this file. We'll parallelly check here also. There is this sample31 file. If you want to delete it, we'll do delete, then file name. If we enter it and then check again, we don't have any files here. Similarly, you can confirm from here also. We don't have any files in your folder. In this way, you can delete files using delete command, which is del. So the next command that we'll be learning is using which we can delete directories from the command line. So suppose in demo directory we have this 3 directories. If you want to delete it from here, we'll use command rmdir and then the directory name. Suppose you want to delete directory 3, we'll use dir3, rmdir3. So if we check here, we don't have this directory here anymore. It means it has been removed. Suppose we want to delete dir2. So now here it says the directory is not empty. It says because we have this 21 inside. So the catch here is you can only use rmdir if there is nothing inside the directory or the directory is empty. So if you still want to remove the directory to forcefully, even though contents are there, you should use /s, rmdir/s directory 2. And it will ask you whether you want to delete or not. If you say yes, and if we check it here, see, it has deleted this directory 2 here. See, dir1 also has this contents inside. So it should also give the similar prompt from the window if we try to delete it without /s, rmdir dir1. It has again given directory is not empty. But still, if we want to delete this directory, we should use /s. We'll ask for the confirmation. If you put y, then see, it has been deleted from the demo directory here.
If we list down the directories here, there will be none. It means we have deleted all the directories using command rmdir. Use rmdir only if the directory is empty. If it is not empty, use slashes are the argument. So the next command that we'll be learning is, it will help us to clear the terminal screen, command prompt screen. It is a simple command cls, it means it will clear the screen. It is already cleared, so we didn't see any effect, but suppose we have triggered commands here like mkdir1, mkdir2, cd2, then dir. Suppose this all contents we want to clear on the terminal. So what we'll do is we'll fire cls command, cls. What it did is it cleared the command prompt. So in this way we'll be using cls frequently in our practice